And good afternoon. It's high noon Pacific time. Welcome to ALPOUGH. I'm an adult of my spirit. I'm an adult of my mind. I'm an adult of my thought. I'm an adult of my body. I'm an adult of my love, and I love you. And I want to welcome you to ALPOUGH. Today was really cool. I started off here. I was like, I came up with this title here. Do I know you? Do I know you? And really, it was kind of a two-edged thing here, which was more about myself asking me, do I know you? And so this is more about you. Do I know you? Now, one of my favorite things that I have, and if you don't have one, I have a mirror. This is a mirror. A mirror where you look in, you go, do I know you? Now, you don't need to have your own private mirror, but looking into the mirror where you can't lie to yourself, which I use quite frequently when I literally want to have a conversation with myself, not as much as I used to, but certainly I would not hesitate to use it again. Now, I don't want to kind of say one of my moments was this moment. And it was April of 2007. And I'm working on the Ford assembly line back in Kansas City. Now, if you see this picture here, you may not know what that is, but what my hand is holding on to is a starter. It's a starter for the SUVs that I was putting on. And if you look to my right, you'll see where I made the starters. And so I would turn my back to the right, make that a starter, and put it on the motor, and then send the motor on. And for a 10-hour shift, you basically put on 58 starters or more. They love 60. They would love 60. Okay. And I got my man in here, Silky. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the show. Thank you so much for coming in. So I'm working on this assembly line, and on this assembly line, what you have is lots of time to think, because you're feeling like this robot who's just one after another, one after another, one after another, one after another. So it gives you lots of time to think. Once you know the job, you can do the job basically in your sleep. And so I asked here I am, I'm on the line, and I actually I asked, that's one of the first times. Now I'm just getting ready to turn 50 in May of 2007. And this is basically before I gathered how to use a mirror. I was asking myself, do you know you? Yes or no? And I realized it was no. No, I don't know you, dude. Here you are, 50 years old, and this is where you ended up, working from 5:30 in the evening till 4:30 in the morning, and with no end in sight. And I knew after being there for 5 years, I wasn't going to make it. So I took an early leave. I took what's called early retirement. And I had decided in April of that month that I was leaving Ford. But then again, do I know you? And here I was getting ready to get my early retirement, and I didn't know what I was going to do. I didn't know what I was going to do. And that, back then, was kind of scary because I'm giving up what is a great job, even though it's a hard job, but it's a great opportunity to make a new path. So I had it down to a few things. Number one, of course, I wanted to make money. I didn't care. I just want to make money. So the first thing that came up to me was to start a payday loan company. Payday loan. And back then, payday loans, you made a lot of money off payday loans. I knew because over the time in my life, I had gotten a few, and I realized how much you have to pay back for those loans. And my other one was I was going to buy mobile homes and rent or resell them because I was in a mobile home at the time and I saw they weren't that expensive and you could fix them up and you could rent them. And I thought that was going to be another way to make money. But really what it came down to was it wasn't the money. Yeah, it was the money. Of course it was the money. But then I asked myself this question, which I had not done. I was just figuring out, how do I make money? And I was in Kansas City, Missouri, so I'm assuming I'm going to be there. So then I just came up with this while I was thinking, if I could do anything I wanted, what did I really want to do? If I could do anything I wanted. And what came to me immediately was I wanted to go back to California. I'd been in Kansas City for 16 years. And before that, I'd been in California for 15. And for whatever circumstances, I ended up having to move back to Kansas City. And so now I'm at the full circle where I could do anything I wanted, and I realized it. So I said, I wanted to go back to California. Now, but it'd been a long time since I've been there. I didn't know anybody anymore, except one guy. And of course, I met so many people, but again, people move on in California. That's just the way it is. So I wanted to go back to California. And then the next thing was, why? Why? Yes, I talk to myself within my own framework. Sometimes I talk out loud. It doesn't matter. The only thing is, sometimes I have to put it out in the air. Sometimes you keep things in your mind, but other times it is what you say it. Why? So I asked myself, why? Why? I even spoke it out loud. Why do I want to go to California? People are probably looking at me crazy because they're already looking at me crazy anyway. And that was the first time this voice spoke to me. Voice spoke to me. I look back on it now and I realize it was Sophia. And two words came to me like a ringing bell. Why do you want to go to California? What do you want to go to California for? Two words. To change. Change? What do you mean? Change to what? Nothing else. To change. And I dwelled on those two words all night. Change, to change, to change, to change. The only thing that came to me was I needed to change. Number one, I was 350 pounds here. So I knew I needed to change that. I realized later on, I'll tell you that later on, but when I accepted, you know what? I do need to change. I'm not sure what it is I need to change to, but I know I need to change. And all of a sudden, I got a new faith, a new outlook. It was in myself. All of a sudden, it was like I completely changed when I knew it was a new belief with me. It was a new transformation. I'm already in the middle of it. So now I had a new goal, something I really wanted to do, perhaps maybe for the first time in a long time. Because I realized one of the things I needed to change was stop trying to please people. Stop trying to please people. Stop trying to live for other people's approval. Are you like that? Is it the approval of others in front, and you're behind? I want to know what these guys think, and when I approve of them, then I'll be okay. And then I realized a new life had just begun on that moment when I was on the line, putting in my, gosh, I think it was maybe 4 a.m. So, but you're putting damn near 600 starters. So let's just say I was on my 500 starter. Okay. And now I realize I'm risking everything. I'm going to risk everything. Pension, money gap, whatever it is, whatever I had created up until that moment, I was really willing to risk everything on 2 words. 2 words, okay? To change. To change. Maybe you need to risk everything. Huh? Maybe you need to risk everything. If you're not where you want to be, then maybe it's your time too. And in that moment, I started to know thyself. I became the beginning of what I am today. And it's because of that. Now, knowing thyself, missed an L. Boy, just hate when you do that. I'm a spell freak, and so I really don't like that. So I'm doing this live, guys. Sorry, I was a couple minutes late too. So allows you to, knowing thyself allows you to know others. Being transparent with yourself. So if you're not transparent with yourself, then how can you possibly think you're going to be transparent in a relationship, in a friendship, with your family? How are you going to know? Until you can actually be transparent within yourself. Being transparent with your loved ones is impossible unless you're being transparent with yourself. When I met my wife, one of the first things that I said, what I wanted in a relationship, what I personally wanted, was I wanted to be transparent. In other words, I don't want to hold back what I think I believe. I don't want to hold back because I want to have your approval. You see, and this was also the gift I wanted her to have by allowing her to be transparent. You see, because unless you are transparent, there cannot be any acceptance. Accepting yourself allows you to be transparent and give the other person the ability to also be transparent. Now, I planned on being the leader in this because I know all of us throughout our lives, being transparent has been difficult because of our people pleasing, because of trauma in our lives, about holding back, not revealing who you truly are, facing rejection for not being you. So as we get in this, I just want you to know, don't be afraid to change. Oh my gosh. Don't be afraid to change. This is live, guys. Don't be afraid to change. Because, change is good. Change is good. It's not just a change to change. Goals must be met. One of the reasons why when I got to California was I had to get healthy. I had to get healthy. I couldn't carry all that weight. So I had to change my body, change my mind, go into a new business, which I went into the PMF field. I was there for 13 years, and now I'm changed again. I'm putting out everything that I've learned from Mother. So call her Mother Divine. You can call her Mother Divine Sophia. Just, hey, Mama. She doesn't want to say that, by the way. So growing new roots is okay. That's why you look here. See this tree back here? I love this. My sister-in-law, I think I got this off her face page. I love it because you can see basically the roots. And growing new roots is okay because of the acceptance of yourself allows you to be who you are. So do I know you? Yeah, Michael, I know you. If you don't know yourself, it's okay to admit it. Begin from there. And basically, the first thing is this last word here. The first thing you want to do is accept yourself for where you're at. And it's okay. We're going to go from here. And all the people here who I'm so pleased, who come and watch me every day, who see me afterwards. Sometimes there's one or two people in here, but I know that later on, people are going to come back when they get some time. And I just really appreciate you. If you have any questions, please don't be afraid to put it in there. Right now, I can't get the Facebook comments here. I love to get comments, and we're getting ready to get to these comments here right now. What do we have here? Let's go. I love this. And Alpo, yeah, that's me, girl. You finally remember my name? I love you, Amanda. Silky Bliss. Oh my gosh, Silky's another great DJ. Just a great DJ. Can't wait to see you. Can't wait to see you, girl. When you start, I know you're back in New York, taking care of family. Hope everything is doing okay for you. We're back here praying for you, and you're listening live today. Oh, I think Twitch there. Thank you so much. Oh, I'm not actually a Taurus. My birthday's May 25th. I left Ford a month later. Okay, just let you know. I'm a Gemini. I'm bipolar. I'm two personalities, which I've blended into one, by the way. That's one of the things. And by the way, this is, you got to use that bull attitude to keep going. Okay, you got to keep it going. All right, we're here to support you. Man, it says, I know how that feels. Yeah, it does build character. And you're another one, Amanda Darling, who's risked everything, moved, is now in Crete, changing everything, doing new music, writing new lyrics, getting a new fresh outlook on herself. Sometimes you have to change your environment. That's what I did. I changed my environment. I left Kansas City. Boy, was everybody mad at me. Except for a couple people, but mostly everybody's like, what are you doing, dude? Okay. But at the end of the day, most people knew I was focused. And yes, it does build character by risking it all. And man, it went out there, landed on Crete, didn't even know anybody. Who does that? Amanda Darling, congratulations. But not good to do a job like that for your whole life. Yeah, you can't. Now listen, I got friends. And by the way, I love my friends at Ford. I got people who still listen. I got people who still come in and visit me from time to time while they're on the line. So I'm a proud Ford man. Okay. I'm a proud Ford man. Ford gave me the ability and the discipline to move, and knowing that you got to work hard every day. Every day I work every day. And that is part of the growth. Discipline is part of growth. Yes, because it leaves you no time to become spiritual. That's a really good point. Now, that's a really good point. See, what's happening with us is that entrepreneurial spirit has been beaten out of us. And so we don't have the time. This is why I'm here. Because most people don't have the time. They're working. They've got families. They're paying for their bills. Everything that's coming on us right now. It's really hard to become the spiritual being you want to become because you simply don't have the time. That's why being an entrepreneur is part of your spiritual path, I believe. Standing on your own. Now, again, you got a family, you got to have a good job, you got to do what you got to do. Myself, I don't have any children. I don't think Amanda does. I don't think Silky does. So, the commitment, you either, you concentrate on the spiritual path or your path, or you concentrate on your family path, your responsibility. And one day you'll be able to come back and circle back, or circle forward, really, to me, if you haven't confronted yourself. Okay? See, sooner or later, we all have to confront ourselves. Who am I? What am I really about? I can't keep going like this because I'm not at peace. It's not just about happiness. It's about being at peace. If I had the choice between being at peace or being happy. I'll take peace every single time. Silky, oh boy, I learned about the payday loans in grad school for social work. So nuts. Oh my, I don't even want to go into what happened to me. I just can't say enough. That's one of the reasons why I decided not to do the payday loan, because I just felt that it put people in a bad place, just such a bad place because of the high interest. But you had to do what you had to do, right, Silky? Boy, she's really good. I'm going to tell you right now. Silky Bliss on Twitch. Silky Bliss on Twitch. If you had not heard her, get on her follow list. She's really good. Amazing transformation. Thank you. And I really appreciate you. It is when you go through this transformation and then things happen. Heck, I got my business stolen last year. You still got to keep moving. This is what happens. I'm not the only one who's had their business stolen. I'm not the only one who's lost. So that's what gets you going. I'm not sure. What is that, girl? Oh, that's a wolf. That's right. Amanda, darling, you made the right choice. Yeah, who wouldn't have met you? I wouldn't have met you, Silky. I wouldn't have become a burner. Okay? I wouldn't have met the most incredible people that are still in my life now. It's funny because all the other people, all of them I'm back in Kansas City. They all love that I made that transformation. And it is an amazing transformation. May I say myself. Okay, here we go. Here. Oh, there's the wife. There's my beautiful bride. I know and accept myself. That was part of the whole deal. If there was anything that I was encouraging my wife, was accept yourself, because I do. Accept yourself. That was part of her rebuilding. Okay. I love what you're doing. The comment show. She's on Twitch. Thank you so much. You're so welcome. Tracy, I'm an adult of my mind, spirit, heart, and thoughts. I see you growing every day, sweetheart. I'm really proud of you. I'm so proud of the support that we give each other. I think people see it in us. And when they come and visit us, we have lots of people that come and visit us. Silky, you're welcome anytime. Oh, Gemini. Awesome. Yeah. I've blended all that. Yes, my twin flame. Yay. Hi, Amanda. Amanda, you too. I've already told about you too. I'm telling you, you two are really similar people and just have that it factor. The it factor is you just such great people, can't keep your eye off each other. I just love when I get comments in here. People, I love when you give comments because it just adds such an element to the show. And, that's one of the things on the comments I always want to get. I'll get to every comment. I like to go through the comments at the end of the show because it allows me to, concentrate on what it is that you want me to talk about. And it's, after I finish my, my broadcast of what I want to do. So I want to thank everybody who came in. Love to you both, Comet and Tracy. Tracy, girl, we watch your show. Listen, it's hard to watch DJs. I'm not kidding you, but we love watching Silky. We love watching Amanda Darling. Okay. So, thank you. Thank you. Appreciate that. I appreciate that. I can't wait to have you on my show. We got to talk about Burning Man. All right. I got Halcyon coming on, by the way. I got Halcyon. We're still trying to figure out the dates. I'm going to when I get him, it's when his book comes out. He's got a book coming out. Anyone, if you didn't know this, Halcyon, if you go to Facebook page, I didn't mean to go off on it, but John Halcyon, he's like our LeBron of Burning Man. He does a show every day. He's on at 9:00 Pacific time. So if you need some morning inspiration, he's really, really good. So I'm going to leave you with that. My time is up. And I want you to focus on yourself, focusing on loving yourself. Be an adult of your spirit, your mind, your thought, your body, and your love. ALPOUGH. That's me. I love you, and I will see you same time tomorrow. Happy Wednesday, everybody.